And they're off, racing over 2 miles with confirmation that Able Tasman is not with the field, having been withdrawn at the start, and Frame Rate with the yellow cap leads them under the judge first time to Tin Fandango in an orange jacket taking up a prominent position. The nose-bounded Weems Point disputes third with Route 66 out wide. And then Clifftop Heaven up between them, the yellow and pink silks. Rowbeam in a black and white diamond jacket tucks away on the inner in midfield, shadowed by Sea Search. Then back to Looking for Carl, the striped sleeves, and the grey Tin Smith. And last of all, starting off down the back straight, the white cap for Bradley Roberts aboard the mare Homing Star. It's a pretty leisurely pace, however, towards the end of the first 3.5 furlongs or so, and nobody that anxious to set the gallop here, with Frame Rate against the rail under sufferance on the hands of Pat Millman, shadowed by Tin Fandango. They in turn are followed through by Weems Point, and then working across to Clifftop Heaven and Route 66, with Sea Search, the blue cap mid-division, Rowbeam on the inner into the turn. Couple of lengths away then to the grey Tin Smith, racing wide of Looking for Carl, and Homing Star continues to look on. 6 lengths would cover them as they make this left-handed sweep back towards the top of the straight. Frame Rate and Tin Fandango virtually inseparable. Route 66 at this stage has a fairly wide trip, the nose-bounded Weems Point against the rail. Up between them, Clifftop Heaven, then Sea Search, followed by Rowbeam. They reel right back to Homing Star, who remains last and is slipstreaming Looking for Carl and the grey Tin Smith as they complete a circuit. Heading up towards the halfway point then in this Tettenhall male amateur riders handicap, and it's Tin Fandango on the near side of Frame Rate as they drift before the crowd with a circuit to travel. Clifftop Heaven just trying to get into the rail. You see Simon Walker glancing across there just to check there was enough clearance to get to the inside, and he just managed to drift across in front of Weems Point, who's rather forfeited his position going out on the final circuit, being pushed along Weems Point but drifting back into midfield. Still only 6 lengths covering them, however. And up ahead it's Tin Fandango and Frame Rate, a Route 66 and Clifftop Heaven, then Sea Search, the blue cap. Rowbeam in a black and white jacket that niggled along Weems Point. Then Looking for Carl to the grey Tin Smith, and Homing Star remains last of all. On now towards the final 5 furlongs. Tin Fandango, the orange jacket, moves on now by 3 parts of a length to Frame Rate. Rowbeam in the black and white diamonds going handy. Route 66 is off the bridle. His stride is shortening very sharply. Weems Point has dropped right out to be last of all, and Rowbeam has come right around the field now to dispute it into the far corner with Tin Fandango. Clifftop Heaven in third, a length and a half down, shaken up, head slightly to one side. Then a couple of lengths to Sea Search. Looking for Carl on the inner. The striped sleeves made a bit of progress. From well off the pace, Homing Star in a black and orange jacket is beginning to run on, but it's Rowbeam and Tin Fandango as they enter the last couple of furlongs, pursued by Clifftop Heaven with a yellow cap. Then Homing Star, who's still closing in under Bradley Roberts. A quartet covered by a couple of lengths on straightening. Rowbeam, one off the inner. Down at the fence, Tin Fandango. Clifftop Heaven is pulled out second from the left, further left to Homing Star. Inside the furlong they come. Clifftop Heaven now driven into a narrow lead from Tin Fandango, Rowbeam and Homing Star, and it's Clifftop Heaven making hard work of this, but just about coming home strongest from Tin Fandango, Rowbeam. Late gains up the inner for Tin Smith, and then Homing Star.
That's the kind of start we want, don't we, when we've got the general public back on course? A winning favourite to start the day here at Wolverhampton, and no surprise to see Simon Walker in good form. Clifftop Heaven going one better than last time. Tin Fandango also sat kind of second and then led them round for the rest of the race. That one's just kept going, to be fair, with the cheek pieces on, but perhaps just you know, a little bit better running on in the closing stages from Clifftop Heaven. Tin Fandango's ran well at a price, 18-1 for Mark Usher and Mr. Luke Scott. Rowbeam 11-2. That one was quite well found in the market. Had the blinkers on for the first time and does seem to have, you know, found plenty. It was a little bit of a messy race at stage round the back, wasn't it? A couple of horses, you know, starting to come off the bridle and fade out of things, and having a few traffic issues, but no such problems for Clifftop Heaven, who picked up really well at 6-4-5. And just to let you know as well, from a housekeeping point of view, before that first race, Able Tasman was withdrawn on veterinary advice. Anyway, I just went and asked the clerk.